Hey, what's up guys and gals? Jesse here from Long Lost Robots. In a previous video, I said I would do a more informative, in-depth video on how to basically start making a beat and creating a song. So we're going to do that here. I'm going to go over creating your beat, loading your drums up. I'm going to go over internal synthesizers software. I'm going to go over external synthesizer hardware. And we're going to go over creating a verse, chorus, and then creating a song very quickly. I'm not going to waste any time showing you creating sounds and all that stuff. We're going to get with details only, guys, in this video. So without further ado, let's get going. Okay guys, so let's get started. First things first, I'm in sequence 1, track 1, and I'm in a drum program here. You can see that's highlighted, and I'm in program 1. So we're going to simply go into our browse. I'm going into my places, so you can go into content expansions. I'm going into places. I'm going into my expansion, which is my SD card, and I loaded up my pad thai kit. I just love these sounds that are in this expansion. There we go. We're going to load that up. Keeping it real simple here today, guys. Cool. Now that we're loaded, we're going to go right over here to our main. And now we have all of our samples in our program. We're going to switch to boom bap. All right, guys. So you've already loaded your drum machine into the track. It's not a big deal. So what we're going to come over here, of course, we're going to always label your tracks and verses and all that good stuff. Even your sequence 1, you want to go ahead and create a name for that as well. So we're going to do just a verse, really quick, really simple, really easy, right guys? So let's create our pattern. Do simple drum and snare. Right? Very simple. This is very easy, guys. I want you to understand that creating in the MPC-1 is very easy. Don't overcomplicate it. So now we've already created a drum kit. I also want to go back and into our browse. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that. The other way to load up all your good stuff. So let's go into snare, snare, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to load that. But what we can do, let's go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to go into an empty program, right? Let's go back into our browse, and I have all my snares. You can now build your own kit. You simply hold the pattern that you want, where you want it to be saved. I'm going to hold it here, and I'm going to go load. Okay, it loaded very quickly. Then I'm going to come over here. Let's do kick. Got kicks, right guys? Very simple. I'm going to hold it right here. We're going to load it. Boom. Now if I want to come over here, there's my kick. For some reason didn't get the snare. So let's go back. We're going to go snare and go ahead and just repeat this for all of them. There we go. So for some reason, there we go. Very simple, guys. So now in your program 1, you can label that your own kit if you want, or we can go back into the boom bap. Next thing, we're in our drums track. We're going to come over here. We're going to go into our software. Here is your software button. Okay. We're going to go in Tube Synth. We're going to double tap that. We're going to go into a bass line. We're going to select that. Right. The cool thing is here is that, right? Program edit. We can come over here to our default. It's going to give us just different presets. All right, guys, so I went ahead and gone with this knock bass. I'm just going to exit out of here. Okay, right, not too bad, not too bad. What we want to do is you can always go into here too as well. You can come and raise your volume. Raise that a little bit more. Right, guys, no big deal. Let's go ahead and get out of that. We can hide that. And we're just going to come up with a quick bass line. Not a big deal, right, guys? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and create a bass line. But first thing what we're going to do is we're going to just double our length on the drums. And that's just going to go ahead and give us 4 bars. And the drums have now been copied immediately. Sometimes you can change the bars, but it will not change or add patterns. It will just keep an empty space there, right? It won't be anything there. Now let's go ahead and create our bass lines. Very simple, very easy, right guys? So very quickly, now we have our drums on our first track. We have bass lines on our second track, so we can come in here. We're going to go ahead and, of course, name that bass. Easy, right guys? Now we are going to easily, quickly move into our external track. Just come over here to unused. I'm going to come over here. We're going to name that, of course. I'm going to go JU06. Do it. Come out. Very simple. Here is your MIDI. Come right down there. Hit that icon. You're good to go. Over here, you have your MIDI port. You need to go MPC out. That means the MPC is controlling out. Over here's your MIDI channel. Now, for some of you who don't know, your external synthesizers need to be on a channel. Every synthesizer, every analog synthesizer, digital synthesizer will have a MIDI channel. You need to select the channel that you want it to be on. And what that is if you have a splitter or anything like that, it's going to tell what external hardware to use. So the JU06 is on channel 1. I am going to use channel 1. Very simple, right guys? Very easy. Let's go ahead and come up with a part real quick. All right, guys, I have my part. Let's go ahead and record it. We're going to hit record, play start to give us a nice 4 count in. 2, 3, 4. So within minutes, we've already learned how to create and bring your drums in. Now you've been able to create a software track. I've used the bass, and now we have created an external hardware track. All right, guys, quick pro tip. The program channel, what that is that will literally let you choose what program you want from your synthesizer. So if your synthesizer is able to hold presets or programs that you have created in each spot, it understands here in the program channel. So if I go this, that is channel 1 in my JU06, and that sound that has been saved there either by the presets that came with it or the sounds that I created, it will move to that. So as you're creating, you can only imagine that your verse has one sound, you save it, and then your chorus has another sound and you save it. And if you program the channel in there, it will change the patch of your hardware synthesizer. Just a quick tip. All right, guys, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and record the JU06 into the Akai. I'm going to go ahead and just take that input right out. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and quickly make an audio track here in the MPC-1. So you have to go into your audio tracks. Okay, here you want to usually open up the eye here, and you want to make sure that your input is set into the right input you want. So right now, the JU06 is hooked up into input 2, so I'm going to go with that right now, okay? The other thing to kind of look at is when you go to your input configuring, in has to be on or auto. If it's off, you won't get anything, okay? So let's go ahead and hit on. There we go, right guys? In theory, this should be very simple, very easy. It's going to go ahead and just record out. So we're just going to go ahead and go record. And the MIDI notes that I programmed are now going to play the JU06, and they're going to record the audio into the MPC-1. You can imagine the benefits of doing that. You can free up your JU06, your one instrument, if you have only one, and now you can start recording multiple layers of patterns or sounds or whatever you want using one instrument by creating audio files. Let's go ahead and record this now. There we go. You can use your volume here. Go. Very very simple. Come over here into your audio edit, and you can only imagine all the things that you can do. You can chop this up, turn it into samples, play it. You can explode it into into 16 levels, I believe. There's a lot of things that I haven't even done myself yet. But guys, sky's the limit. So it's very simple for us to go ahead and just create patterns, get things started, and just get creative. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on next. We're going to go ahead and just copy our pattern and make a chorus. And now we'll go into song mode. Let's go ahead and move forward. Your audio tracks are all here, which again is a little weird. So if you want to go back, go into MIDI. Then I can go to my JU06 MPC port. I'm going to turn that off. I don't want it playing back the synthesizer. I want to only hear the audio. So let's just go ahead and hear everything in totality. So that is the WAV file, okay? Cool. Okay, so now let's go ahead and copy our sequence, guys. We're going to go right here to our sequence. We're going to go into edit. We're going to copy our sequence. We're going to go here. Let's just go CRS. We're going to go 1 just for the heck of it. No big deal. For the video purpose, it's not a big deal, right, guys? Okay, so now we're in our chorus 1. All right, guys, so for the purpose of this video, now that I have actually my chorus 1 over here, right, I'm going to go right back to my verse. I'm going to go into my audio. We can go into our edit audio. We're going to select this. I'm going to cut it. And now I have nothing there. Just the drums and bass, right? Well, there's nothing more better than a verse that's just drum and bass and a chorus where the synthesizer kicks in. Very simple, right? Very easy. We're writing pop songs here. Cool. So now that I have that too, and you can go ahead and just turn them manually and you can get a feel for what's going on. That's an excellent way to start writing music. But what you want to do is you want to go into here. You're going to go home. You're going to go into song mode. We're going to start creating songs. What we're going to do is we're going to insert. Instead of chorus 1, we don't want that. We want verse 1. We're going to do that twice. We're going to hit insert. And the cool thing is that, it's very simple just to add what you want. Okay, you can change the beats per minute. You can change how many bars. Of course, to me, this means bars here or how many times, but you can change the bars. And if you do that, little funny things can happen if you're not ready for it. But you can change the bar loop as well, which is really cool. You can make it shorter and you can take it away, or you can add it. But if there's nothing there, you're going to have silence. So let's just go ahead and play and see what happens. It's going to go ahead and go twice. Not a big deal. Come up with all kinds of great ideas. Chorus is going to kick in. All right, very simple, right, guys? So I just wanted to get across how easy it is to use this. In a video I did before, I was really having fun and going off and just showing you all the cool things about the MPC-1 for especially musicians like myself who play guitar, play bass, come up with pop songs, indie rock songs. So guys, sky's the limit. All you got to do is repeat this process and you have verses, you have choruses, you're using your internal software, you're using external gear, and you just have sky's the limit. A couple of things to be careful for is that this is in standard records at 16-bit. You want to change it to 24 if you have some high resolution sounds that you want to record. And of course, take your time, make sure that your takes are solid. There's no breaking. I did this very quickly for the sake of this video, and I'm still getting used to recording audio myself because I haven't recorded a lot of audio inside the MPC-1 because I'm using it to control my external gear, and then I bring it into Logic Pro and I'm starting to create. Anyways, guys, if you found any of this information in the video valuable, please like, subscribe while you're at it, subscribing to my channel, subscribe to your other favorite content creators as well. It's a big help to all of us, big and small. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. My name is Jesse Joels. I hope you are making some beautiful music, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.